and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be assembling and unboxing and then also reviewing the Snapcycle fat tire bike. I just got this bike, compliments of Snapcycle to review. They're not paying me for this review. They sent it out to me. I want to give it, a shout out to them for giving me the chance to look at this bike. Right away, many of you can notice a huge difference in the box of Snapcycle compared to a lot of the other boxes that are sent out by different companies. There's no outline of the bike. It just says the company's name. Unlike the other boxes that come in from various companies, they actually have a picture of the bike on the box. And as you know, FedEx sometimes will leave these boxes just laying around at your front door and for the whole world to see. And here you can see that it says the company's name, but you don't really know what's inside. You can guess. This could be an exercise bike for all anybody knows. But so that's great. I don't know if this will change. The company might change this down the road and actually put a picture or design on the box. But right now, just as the company's name, you don't really know 100% what's inside the box, and that's great because that just it's almost like a deterrent. So nobody says, oh, it's an e-bike. I know those are expensive. I'm going to take the box. So right away, I'm going to give this a huge plus by not advertising what's inside the box. All right, so let's go ahead and get to unboxing the Snapcycle fat tire bike. Alright, so when you open the box, this is what you'll find. Bubble wrapped, foam wrapped, ties, everything is covered for the most part. You have an accessories parts kit right there. Sometimes those are found in boxes. That's just bubble wrap. It looks like there's a box inside the bubble wrap as well. So also in the box that Snapcycle provides you is this little pouch with this little tool kit. It's a pouch looks like it's made out of like nylon. Just go ahead and open it up. Inside we have some Allen wrenches and some wrenches. Some more Allen wrenches. So you're getting real tools. You're not getting the multi-tool that you see a lot of other bike companies give you. You're getting an actual tool set that you can most likely even use and put in your toolbox. You just want to make sure you remove all the wrapping material. If right now it's out of the box, remove the box out of the way. Be careful with the staples that are in most of these e-bike boxes because they're pretty thick and very pointy to keep these boxes together. So make sure you don't roll any fat tires over those staples in the boxes because you might puncture the tires. So we're just getting all the packing material off so we can put on the parts. And the parts that you put on are usually just a few items like the front tire, the front fender with the tire, the handlebars and the pedals. Looks like this one you had to put on the rear rack as well. So, but mostly these bikes come 90-95% already put together, so that's a plus. Not much to put on. Before we go ahead and start assembling the bike, we're going to locate the key which they attach to the handlebar wires. We're going to take the keys off and we're going to take the battery out and charge it. Give it some time to charge because maybe it comes fully charged, might have a little bit halfway. But we're going to charge it up to make sure it's ready to go by the time, and hopefully by the time we finish with the assembly. The good thing is these are a 3.0 charger, so they do a pretty good rapid charge, which might only take 3 to 4 hours from empty. I don't think the battery is completely empty, but we're going to charge this up. So we're going to charge it up. You can see the battery right there. It also has a battery indicator. If you press it, it shows you what battery, juices left. Right now you can see that it has a bar missing, so it definitely needs a charge. And just plug it in on the side, and we'll let that sit there until we finish the assembly. We're going to remove this sleeve that they put on it right around the neck, right where this, the stem riser comes up, and then we want to dust or brush some of that stuff out of the way. So I'm going to get a little toothbrush, or if you have an air hose, you can get an air hose and brush that off before finishing the assembly. Alright, so once you've removed all the debris, go ahead and put the stem handlebar on there. Of course, you want the handlebar to be facing forward. Now we're not going to tighten it just yet. We haven't put the front tire on, so until we get the tire on, we're going to use the tire to help align the handlebars, and then once we feel safe in how straight it is, then we'll tighten it down more securely. So we've tightened the top down a little bit, not all the way, not completely tight, and we've also tightened this right here, which is for this, the turning of the handlebars. Not all the way. We're going to tighten it up once we get the tire on and line it up as well. The LCD display, I know it looks weird now because the tire is downward on an angle. Once we get the tire on, the bike will be risen, and then you can adjust this later to your desired angle. Right away, as you can see, the bike, when it's shipped, the twist throttle, half twist throttle, is disconnected, and I believe they do that during shipping, so that way no one accidentally presses the button doesn't get pressed, and it's turned on, and something happens. So for safety, that's a nice thing to see, that they take that extra step to make sure nothing happens during shipping or packaging, that they disconnect the twist throttle so there are no accidents. Also, they do put in these braided cable organizers. They kind of keep everything together, and I think it actually looks really, really nice to see that. And of course, here's the light attached, and there's nothing to plug in. It's connected right here on the connector. You don't have to add a positive, negative, or anything like that. It's all done already in there. Here we're going to install the tire. We're going to remove these plastic end caps on each end of the axle. Alright, and we want to make sure that the brake disc is on the side of the brake caliper, which is right here. And we're going to use that to line up, and then also line up the ends. But first we're going to put the skewer through there, and then we're going to easily line up between the skewer and the ends. The skewer you'll find in your toolkit. It has the quick release on it, and we're going to put that through the axle right here. Alright, so we're putting it through. We put the plastic screw on there, not all the way, because you want to leave some room so we can line it up on the forks. So we're going to take this plastic guard off before we line up the tire, and you raise the bike up and you line up the, there you go. And we got that side, and then we're also in between the brake caliper, and now we'll start tightening up each end. And it's tight here. That means we should be able to go ahead and tighten that up. And now you can go ahead and tighten the stem, and then the handlebar on the sides of the stem there. So once you got the front tire on and you got your handlebar straightened out and tightened, you can go ahead and put the kickstand down. That way the bike will stand up on its own. But also, this might not be the case in every shipment, but I know these kickstands are adjustable. So if you don't like the way it leans off to the side too much, you can loosen the screw back here, right here, and slide this up or down to your desired length. That way you can have the bike angled upward more instead of more of an angle, because I like it up just a little bit more. Off to the side kind of makes things difficult to decide how to align things up on the bike. So make sure if you need to adjust this, it does adjust. Alright, so we're going to take off this front part, screw, it goes all the way through, and we're going to attach the headlight of the headlamp up front, right there, and then on the back side of it, this is where the fender will connect. So the fender on the back side, and then the headlamp on the front side. So you're lining up the fender, and you're going to line up the light at the same time, because they share the same screw to the same hole. And we're going to raise the fender up all the way. Give it a little tighten, and then tighten it down. And you can always adjust the headlamp later on, because it is adjustable for the desired angle. And then we're going to have to attach these to the ends right here by the screw. There's no adjusting needed, just tighten them straight on. As you can see, it is tightened back here with a small plastic bracket and some screws, and reinforced back here behind the fender. Alright, so you have a nut back there, and then you got the screw, and you just place the fender bar bracket on the outside, and you just tighten it down. You might need a wrench and an Allen wrench to secure and hold both sides while you screw it in. The other side. Alright, so we got both of these on each end installed, and right away you can tell it's pretty easy. There's hardly any adjustment needed whatsoever. It gives you plenty of space, fender, tire, and also the bar on both sides. There's no fussing around with it, really. It's probably one of the easier front fender installs I've ever had done. So that's a huge plus. Install the back rack. It's pretty easy. You got the two down here, and then you got up here, which installs these three screws right here. Alright, we're going to loosen these three up. Also, as you can see, we took the seat out and the post and everything out just to make it easier to use our wrenches to get access to those screws. Alright, then we're going to take this screw out so we can finish installing the back rack. You got one of these on each side. Remember, it is the one on top and not this one. It's this one right here. And take those out, and then line up your back rack, and then put these screws back in. So go ahead and just start the screws in the hole. That way you can have it supported, and then just get the screws in the hole up here as well, just to get it held. So then you can go ahead and tighten everything down. Alright, now we're going to finish tightening up the sides here. Alright, so we got the rear rack on. So it's supported here and right here with the three screws. Also, I just wanted to point out, look at the space you got. I could put my whole hand underneath here. You have a lot of space even under the light. And this is a much thicker light than most e-bikes, rear lights. This tail light is not integrated to the battery. It is a separate push button. To take the tab off so the battery will connect. But You have a lot of space to mount cameras or other accessories underneath here easily, a lot of space. So that's a huge plus on this bike rack as well with the clearance. So we're going to install the pedals, and right away you can go ahead and look at the ends of the pedals where you screw them in at. They have the huge letters easily readable on the ends for left and right. So make sure you put the left one on the left one and put the right one on the right one. And when putting on the left pedal, take note that the left screws in counterclockwise. And you can do it mostly by turning and using your fingers. When it starts to get close and tight, go ahead and use the wrench. Alright. And then for the right one, it is normal clockwise threading. When it was delivered, the chain was off of the crank. We're going to go ahead and put it on now. I just left it off the entire time. That way, if we do wind up turning this, it wouldn't turn the tire during assembly. So now we're at near the end of the assembly, so we're going to put the chain back on. And what I noticed right away is you can see that it has a guard on each side. Now, a lot of these e-bikes only have one guard with it open on the other end for the chain to easily slip off. So it's really good to see that this has guards on each side to keep the chain on track. So that's a huge plus. So we're going to move that derailleur forward and then start coming in from the bottom so that we can turn the pedals backward to line everything up. Easy peasy. Also, you may have noticed that Class 2 sticker that they put on here. Just so you know, inside the toolkit, they actually give you a Class 3 sticker to put on there if you decide to upgrade to Class 3 through the menus and the software. You just go through, I have the code to unlock and gain access to upgrade the motor speed. So you can actually go from a Class 2 to Class 3 just by changing the settings in the display. The battery, and as you can see, we're fully charged. So we're going to go ahead and take that off, and we're going to put that battery into the bike. We got the key in the lock, and we're going to snap the battery back in. Just so you know, because it is a down tube underneath, you have to kind of move the tire out of the way so you can get the battery back in. Snaps in place, key out, fully charged, and it's ready to ride. That's the assembly of the Snapcycle R1. I'm going to go ahead and turn the display on for you, take a little closer look at that, and maybe spin the tires, make sure everything's running without rubbing. It may need some brake adjustments if there's anything rubbing or grinding. And now we're going to put air in the tires. These tires are rated at 30 psi max. I'm just going to use a portable electric pump. Right now, out of the box, it looks like it was at 12 and a half. So we're going to take it up to 25 or 30, but we're probably going to stop it at 30. All right, so last thing to do is to also put these connectors together, and this is for the twist throttle. So we're going to connect that, and just so you know, these are very sensitive when putting it together. As you can see, there are pins on the inside right there that can break off very easily, and they have to line up with those holes. And if you can see, there's an arrow on each connector. You have to line that arrow up just right and push hard to get it in there just like that. never ever twist these off because you will risk breaking the pins. So our twist throttle should be good to go, and we're going to turn the unit on and test it out. All right, so on the control pad here, we just press the power button. It's got a backlight, and this is what the display looks like in miles per hour and miles on the odometer. So we have the throttle right there. I'm going to go ahead and tilt the bike back on the kickstand, and we're going to hit the throttle, and we're going to fully twist it. All right, looks good. I don't hear any grinding. So this is ready for riding. And that is the Snapcycle R1 all put together. I will leave a link in the description to where you can go to the company's website and look at the Snapcycle R1 and the other models for yourself. There's also a coupon code. That coupon code is Nelson60. That's Nelson60. That'll save you $60 off the purchase of any one of their models. I'll also be putting links to their social media pages, such as their YouTube channel and their Facebook group page. So be sure to check those out. If you have any questions, hit them up on those pages. And again, this is Nelson. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, give it a like. And if you can't support this channel, please subscribe and catch future videos, and I'll see you next time.